The purpose of this video series is to document some changes that I've been working on my channel. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I've been running YouTube channels for about 5-6 years. And this, by the way, is my second channel where I post more behind-the-scenes stuff, just to give you some context. I mostly play sandbox games, Cities Skylines, SimCity, Minecraft, those types of games. And recently, I've been sort of shifting my focus towards live stream. Now, I've been live streaming for quite some time, actually, since I would say 2014, 2015, mostly on Twitch back then. But it was always like complementary to my YouTube channel. It was never like a primary focus. So those streams were pretty, bare bones, just some intro cards, the actual video game, and then an outro card that actually I think it was even the same asset, just a logo and a video background, pretty bare bones. But for a while I was doing that. At some point I switched to YouTube because most of my audience obviously was on YouTube. So whenever I streamed, I had a much higher amount of humans watching. And as 2018 was ending, by the way, we're like the first couple of weeks of 2019 at the time of this recording, I sort of, I started doing a collab, and I noticed that YouTube wasn't that great of a platform to stream. I will talk about this probably more in a future video of this series, but at that point I started sort of dual streaming to basically shift part of my audience. Obviously I couldn't get everyone to move on to Twitch, but I wanted to dual stream on Twitch and on YouTube so that it would crossfade into a different platform. And obviously you don't want to keep all your eggs in one basket. So that helped me sort of start creating a new audience on Twitch that even though I had quite a few followers there, it wasn't very active at all because I hadn't streamed on Twitch for many years. In any case, at the beginning of 2019, I became an affiliate on Twitch, which means that by contract, I really can't dual stream anymore. And that was really not the plan anyways. So I just shifted my entire live stream operation onto Twitch. Now, because of that, I wanted to sort of step up my game. My videos on my main channel have always been very polished, very design oriented, unlike this video, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I always had like an eye for aesthetic. I'm a designer, so I want everything to look nice, to have good typography, to have good resolution. Presentation to me is very important, and I get a kick out of doing all of that. So I wanted to sort of apply the same treatment to my live streams, which, they were never that bad compared to, your average stream on Twitch or Mixer or any other platform for that matter. But the bar is kind of low. There's certainly a lot of channels that have really awesome productions, but for the most part it's just kids in the bedroom, kind of what I'm doing here, except I'm not a kid. I mean, I don't have to tell you that, but I definitely wanted to change that. I wanted to step up my game, and I've been investing a lot of time and money into equipment that helps me achieve a much better stream, a much more fun stream. And I've been having so much fun in this process, and I've been learning so much that I didn't know, that I figured, hey, maybe it's a good idea for me to share some of this knowledge, because even though there's a million videos out there that tell you how to stream, how to configure OBS, how to use a capture card, how to have overlays on your streams, like all that is fine. But I kept wanting to go deeper and sort of tinker with the inner workings of all that, and keep finding roadblock after roadblock and trying to like figure out on my own. So I figured, I have a lot of answers that might be useful for someone else. Why not just put it in a video format? Now, talking about this actual format of this video, why is it so rough around the edges? Well, the thing is, if I put a lot of effort into the presentation of these videos, I will never get them done. So they will never be out. If I do like a nice intro and like cool like titles and stuff like that, or if I even try to get the frame rate to be decent and the white balance, which is awful, and this angle that I don't even know what this angle is. I'm looking at my monitor here, by the way, just to see the preview. Anyways, I decided to, hey, let's do this quick and dirty, get it out there. If you're watching this, if you're, probably because you want to either step up your game, or are you just curious, or you want to start streaming for the first time and you have no idea where to begin. This might be a little bit advanced. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really planned on on setting some level some criteria that you have to meet. I guess videos will come out as I feel the need to communicate them, given whatever I learned that week or whatever I think it's worth, sharing, and it's not easily findable in other places. But that's sort of the whole point here. Not waste time with presentation, get this out there as quickly as possible. And I think, what I'm actually really curious is to see what you guys actually want out of this video. Why are you even watching this? Are you just watching this because you want to see the behind the scenes from my main channel, or you just a new person here that has no idea or doesn't even care about my main channel but wants to learn how to, just make a better live stream and how to push the gear as much as possible, which is something that I've been doing quite a bit lately. In any case, I'm starting this now. I already made a ton of changes. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. But before this gets any crazier, I put this camera there. I'm recording this, and hopefully something out of all this giant rant that I'm doing right now is useful. Let me know in the comments again why you're here and what you want to get out of this. Maybe I can shift my focus a little bit and address some of those questions. My camera died, of course. Let me turn it back on. This tells you how improvised this is. But I'm really excited to share some knowledge, and hopefully you'll see the next video. Thanks.